this next one is a very good political thriller, and usually I'm not a fan of these. It's directed by George Clooney, and he also stars in it as well. Uh, this was also my introduction to Philip Seymour Hoffman, who I thought was great. It's too bad he's gone. You got Evan Rachel Wood, who is a cutie and very talented. You also got Paul Giamatti and the lead, Ryan Gosling, is great. The movie is called The Ides of March. This cover always intrigued me. It was definitely like, what is that movie? What is that about? That movie looks really amazing. Or it looks interesting, I should say. And George Clooney's an actor that I think is okay. I don't love him. I think he's just okay. But I could definitely say I think he is a better director than he is an actor. And I find it very shocking that, especially with him being a big star now, that he would let Ryan Gosling get the top billing. The last time, the two other times that I saw George Clooney get top billed over somebody was with From Dusk Till Dawn, because it said Harvey Keitel and then George Clooney. But I think George Clooney could kind of be put over him. And he definitely would be now if he made that movie today. And then the other one was the big one, Batman and Robin. Because when you look at that movie, like the cover, and of course even the opening credits, it says Arnold Schwarzenegger and then George Clooney. It's kind of like with the Tim Burton Batman, and how it said Jack Nicholson and then Michael Keaton. And I know that was Jack Nicholson's request. While I don't know what the case was with Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney. It's probably because George Clooney wasn't really a movie star yet. He was more just a TV actor. But still really good. Yeah, Ides of March. Then this next one is a movie directed by Tobe Hooper called Spontaneous Combustion, which stars Brad Dourif. That's him, his silhouette and outline. A new force and fear from the director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist. Yeah, it's good that they let him keep that credit for Poltergeist. Yeah. And this movie, the only way that I could describe it to people, at least to some of my friends, was it is basically almost in a way like a male version of Carrie. That's what Brad Dourif reminded me of, except he didn't have telekinesis, but he could cause fires, like even over the phone, which has that great John Landis cameo. Fire bursting out of the phone and John Landis, the flames coming out of his mouth. Yeah, that was a really funny image. If I can find that picture, maybe I'll use it as one of the thumbnails. Then this next one, it's definitely a movie that I think will shock a lot of people and being like, you're such a big Tim Burton fan, Corey. I'm surprised you didn't see this movie sooner. And to be honest, I have no idea why I didn't see it sooner. It was called Edward Scissorhands with Johnny Depp. And of course, you know, it stars Johnny Depp. You also have Winona Ryder, Diane Wiest, Anthony Michael Hall, Vincent Price in one of his last, I think it was his last on-camera performance. Because it said that he did a voice over voice work for a movie, and then he passed away like a year or two after that. Because this movie was 1990, and he didn't pass away until I think 1993. And I'm glad though that that Tim Burton got to work with him. I could only imagine how amazing it was for him. Alright. And now the next one will be, this is a movie this was one of the other final movies I saw in 2015 and really liked. P2. I don't know this actress's name. Probably Rachel Nichols, because that's the only other name that they have on the back other than Wes Bentley. Yeah, this was one of those movies that I really got into. It's been a long time since I last really got into a movie, especially in this way. Seriously, I was afraid for the character of Angela. I mean, yes, you do kind of feel bad for Wes Bentley's character in the beginning of Thomas, but when you find out who he is, you're really afraid for Angela. I mean, I was, and I hope most people were. Yeah, though, this was a great thriller. Man, I hate it, seeing animals get killed in movies, but she kind of had to kill that dog.